Hello and welcome to your new computer. In this short training video today, we'll discuss your new hardware, peripherals you may consider, the operating system on your computer, software, as well as how to get assistance. Let's talk about your new computer. You've either received or will be receiving a Lenovo X13 Yoga, a Lenovo T15 if you're in athletics, or the Lenovo ThinkCentre Tiny-in-One desktop. Let's start by describing the Lenovo ThinkCentre Tiny-in-One desktop. This computer has it all. It's got 16 gigs of RAM, a 512 gig solid-state hard drive, an audio combo jack, a microphone jack, a USB-C port, 5 USB 3 ports, a full-size HDMI port, a display port and a VGA port, an Ethernet port, a wireless antenna, a 1080p camera, that is if you got the monitor, and of course the USB keyboard and mouse. Now let's talk about the Lenovo T15 laptop for athletic staff. This computer weighs in at 3.23 pounds and it's got a 512 gig solid state hard drive and 16 gigs of RAM. Looking at the left side of the computer from the back to the front, you'll see in the number 1 position you've got your USB-C power port. In the number 2 position you've got a USB-C port. Right next to that you've got a side docking connector. In the number 4 position you've got a USB 3 port. In the number 5 position you've got an HDMI port. In the number 6 position you've got a headphone mic combo port. And in the number 7 position is a micro SD card reader. Looking at the right side of the computer from the front to the back, in the number 8 position is an optional smart card slot, which is actually empty. In the number 9 position is a powered USB port. In the number 10 position is an Ethernet cable port. And finally, all the way at the back is a Kensington lock slot. Looking at the front of the computer, you've got a 15-inch anti-glare display, and at the top of the bezel you've got a 720p HD camera and microphone with a privacy shutter. Next, let's have a look at the Lenovo X13 Yoga, and this is the second generation of this model. This computer weighs in at 2.65 pounds. It's got a 512 gig solid-state hard drive and 16 gigs of RAM. Looking at the computer's right side from the front to the back, you'll notice in the number 1 position all the way at the front, you've got a ThinkPad Pro Pen stylus. You can use this to write on the screen. In the number 2 position is a headphone mic port. In the number 3 position is a super speed USB 3 port. And finally, all the way at the back is a small Kensington security lock slot. Looking at the left side of the computer from the back to the front, in the number 5 position is a USB-C Thunderbolt 4 power port. In front of that is a USB-C Thunderbolt 4 port for any external devices you'd like to connect. In the number 7 position is an HDMI 2.0 port. And finally, in the number 8 position is a powered super speed USB 3 port. Looking at the front of this computer, you'll see it's got a 13.3-inch multi-touch screen display. To the right of the keyboard, you'll find the power button, which is also a fingerprint reader. And finally, at the very top of your screen is a 720p HD camera and microphone with a privacy cover. Let's talk about that stylus, the ThinkPad Pro Pen. You might be wondering why or when you would use the pen. Anytime you'd like to take notes, anytime you need to draw something on your computer, whenever you need to sign something, and frankly, anytime instead of your finger. A few things to know about the pen. It's not waterproof, so please be sure it doesn't get wet. It does need to recharge. That means when you plug it back into the stylus port, the red stripe will need to be faced down. And also keep in mind that it only works with applications that respond to a stylus. If you try to use it and nothing happens, it might simply be because that application does not work with a stylus. If you are interested in a docking station for your Yoga or T15 laptop, we recommend the ThinkPad Thunderbolt 3 2nd generation dock. This dock provides additional HDMI ports, display ports, USB-C ports, and more. Please visit is.wfu.edu/peripherals to learn more. Law school faculty and staff should contact your IT team for assistance with these peripherals. You can email them at lawhelp@wfu.edu. If you're not interested in getting a docking station, but you need to know what cable or adapter you'll need to connect to your external monitor, please have a look at the back of your monitor to find out what port you have. Then visit is.wfu.edu/peripherals to see the list of recommended cables. Once you're all connected, either via a cable or your docking station, to connect to an external monitor or projector, press the Windows key and P on your keyboard, then select your preferred setting. If you are connecting to a wireless display, no need to worry about any cables. Just press the Windows key and P on your keyboard, then click Connect to a wireless display. Locate the display near you, and then follow the instructions that appear on that screen. If you'd like to learn more about projection and connection, please check out our Intro to Multimedia Technology video series on the IS website via the URL listed on this screen. Let's switch gears and talk now about what's on the computer. Your computer is running Windows 10, which you're probably familiar with from your last computer. Windows 10 has been around for a while, and it's a wonderful operating system. As always, you'll open the Start menu to see your apps, programs, files, settings, and power options, among other helpful things. Keep in mind that Windows 10 has specific default applications that it will use to open, view, or play certain files. For example, video files will open with Movies and TV. Audio files will open with Groove Music. Websites will open with Microsoft Edge. Pictures will open with Photos. PDF files will open with Microsoft Edge. And email and Mail to links will open with an app called Mail. If you would like to open your files with a different application, as always, you can right-click a file, choose Open With, and then select a different application. If you would like to permanently change a default application, go to your Start menu and start typing Default Apps. A Default Apps application will appear at the top of the list. Click to open that app. Now you'll see different apps, which are actually drop-down menus. One of the most changed default applications is the Mail app. Because we use Google Mail, we recommend changing this from the default Mail app to Google Chrome. You might also wish to change your browser from Microsoft Edge to Google Chrome as well. Take a look through each of these defaults and set them based on your preferences. Now let's talk about the software installed on your new computer. Other than the default Windows 10 applications, you'll find the following applications installed on your computer. Our antivirus, which is called Cisco IMP, which will soon be rebranded as Cisco Secure Endpoint, the VPN, PuTTY, 3 browsers, Chrome, Edge, and Firefox, Microsoft Office 365, and CrashPlan. Now, a little note about Microsoft Office 365. Because this software is now subscription-based, you will be prompted to sign in when you first open the software, and periodically thereafter. Just enter your Wake Forest email address and password, and you'll be all set. Now let's talk about CrashPlan for a moment. So what exactly is Code 42 CrashPlan? CrashPlan is Wake Forest's data backup solution. A few bits of information about CrashPlan. Your data is being kept in storage for 6 months from the last backup date. That means if you delete something today, you'll still be able to retrieve it 6 months from now. Your data is super safe as it is encrypted twice, once during transmission and again at the server. Your backups are being made automatically every 15 minutes. But we do need your computer to be turned on and have an internet connection in order for your data to be backed up. Another wonderful way to restore data with CrashPlan is by going to crashplan.wfu.edu on any device, anywhere in the world. Once you log in, you'll be able to select your computer and then drill down into the folder structure on your computer. You can locate the file or files you'd like to restore, select them, then click the Restore button. This is great for those emergency situations where you need a file from your computer, but you don't have your computer with you. Anywhere you have internet access, you can restore a file from your computer. A few last notes about CrashPlan. Now that you have received your new computer, CrashPlan is no longer backing up your old computer. Also, if you have data on your computer that you would prefer to not have backed up to CrashPlan, such as maybe tax information or pictures of your children or pets, you can create a folder on your computer called personal_data and store your personal files there. Keep in mind the personal_data folder should go under your user profile. Now, speaking of restoring things, if you're looking for your bookmarks or your favorites in your browser on your new computer, we'd ask that you turn on sync on the browser. So what you can do if you still have your old computer is sign into the browser on that old computer, turn on sync, then log into the browser on your new computer and turn on sync. This works in both Firefox and Chrome. Once you've turned on sync, you'll see your bookmarks on your new computer as well. Now let's talk about all the other software that you might need. If you need any additional university licensed software like SPSS or MATLAB or Maple or any other university licensed applications, please visit software.wfu.edu. Let's talk about printing for just a moment. If you need to connect to a network Xerox printer on campus, just follow these 3 steps. Click your Start menu, start typing //Xerox, then press enter. You'll then be shown a long list of printers. Just locate and double click your printer and then wait 30 to 40 seconds until a box appears telling you that it is connected. Finally, if you have any questions about your new computer or if you need any assistance, please contact the IS Service Desk by phone at 336-758-4357, by email at help@wfu.edu, via chat at is.wfu.edu, or of course you can always come in and visit us at the Bridge and ZSR Library. We hope you enjoy your new computer.